right now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
Music. What the f is it? It's a beautiful medium where sound enters our ear holes in a way that feels transcendent and indescribable and completely remarkable. And now it's time for me to ruin it. Which music genre is the gayest? That's a question I've only ever asked and no one wants the answer to. But that's the goal of my channel. The main thing I want people watching one of my videos to take away from it is, that didn't need to happen. I'm making this site a worse place, as is my moral obligation. Be the reason that someone closes down their phone. I've compiled like 50 genres or something, I don't know, I forget, and now we're gonna rank them. You know the format by now, you've seen all the other videos, and if you haven't seen the other videos, I'm gonna lobotomize you with a wrench. That might have been too aggressive, actually. I'm gonna lobotomize you with a wrench cutely. EDM, a pretty basic genre for things that go beep boop to a rhythm. It's a good baseline genre. We're gonna go middle of the road, call it a bit fruity. Jungle and breakcore. I know I'm about to make some people mad with this. There's a lot of discourse on the internet talking about what is and what isn't breakcore, and if jungle can be lumped into things like breakcore. So what's the answer? I don't know. And I don't care. For the sake of this video, let the definition of breakcore be breaks that are manipulated to be fast and go like fucking shit. And that genre I'm gonna call flaming because all you motherfuckers are gay. Drum and bass. Call it straight. I can't explain it. Drum and bass just kind of gives me a regular old ass straight bitch ass vibe. Now liquid drum and bass on the other hand. What even is like the major difference between drum and bass and liquid drum and bass? I feel like it kind of like just does, hold on. Liquid D&B is literally just more atmospheric shit. All right. Bit fruity. Dubstep. It do be a pretty big vibe. We're gonna call it pretty gay because the basses are fairly close to the bottom. Now, bro step. Very important distinction. Dubstep and bro step often get confused of each other if you're a fucking loser. Bro step tends to be a lot more aggressive. It's kind of the modernized American version that became really huge when Skrillex decided to just pop up. And because of that, I kind of want to... Can I do two? I'm gonna give it both homophobic and flaming. I feel like it entirely depends on the context. Ambient. Ambient is kind of an odd one. I like a lot of ambient that I've listened to in the past. It doesn't really have much meaning behind it other than just whatever the hell your brain conjures up when it uses this ambient shit as a vessel. I do like how it has ambient in the name though. Bit fruity. Vaporwave. I mean, the creator of the Vaporwave song is a trans woman and she's cool probably, I don't know. Am I skinny again? Something fuck up in Unity. Vaporwave will put in pretty gay. Synthwave. Should be something on my wave till I'm running in the night. We're gonna say that's straight. I don't know, just does not give me a gay vibe. It also doesn't give me a homophobic vibe. I feel like it's just very dreamy of a universe in where the 80s weren't shit beyond aesthetics. Trance. We'll call that. Fuck. I'm just kidding. Fuck is not a tier, unfortunately. We're gonna call it flaming. It's very pretty, very ethereal. Yeah, fuck it. Let's put it in flaming. It deserves its to do. Techno. From my very loose understanding, trance is more focused on, like, you know, putting you in a trance. Haha, funny. Whereas techno is more just pounding you in the face dick. I was gonna put it in straight, but because I just invented the word face dick, I'm gonna put it in a bit fruity. House. I feel like you can find a lot of house stuff in, like, those fucking, you know, fuck, what's the name of the song that Jason Derulo sampled? Is that technically house? If it is, then we're putting that right up in the flaming. That's the gayest shit I've ever heard. IDM. We'll go with straight. There could be some arguments to make you feel like it does lean a little bit more into the gay side, but the problem with that is that Aphex Twin scares me. UK garbage. No, this shit is fucking blammin'. To be honest, I feel like if you reworked it slightly, it would just kind of turn back into house, but you could also play it at like the gayest nightclub. House already has the title of flaming though, so we're gonna put it in the pretty gay. Future bass and melodic dubstep. Really quickly, because I got these two kind of confused. Melodic dubstep is more focused on being atmospheric and melodic, but future bass is actually meant to be more like bouncy and kind of poppy, according to the very rudimentary research I did before filming this. So we're gonna put future bass in the flaming, and we're gonna put melodic dubstep into a bit fruity. If you're looking for reasons for why I'm doing all this shit, I'm doing an impossible task here. I am merely taking the concepts of sounds entering your ears and I'm trying to translate them into a sexuality. I got my work cut out for me here. Don't you understand that? Indie rock. Indie rock is kind of a hard one to really get a grasp on just because it's like, what the fuck is indie anymore? You got artists like Young the Giant and like Hippocampus, who despite still falling under the kind of aesthetic umbrella of indie rock, have millions of followers on Spotify and are signed to major labels. Indie rock at this point is definitely more of an aesthetic than a solid descriptor, so it is a little bit kind of iffy. I feel like everyone who stands the two bands I just mentioned though are at least bi, so we're gonna put it in pretty gay. Heavy metal. I'm leaning on the side of homophobic. I'm sorry. I don't have a solid reason for it. I don't know. It just gives me a kind of homophobic vibe. It's actually kind of funny I put it there because I know multiple people who I'm pretty sure I could clock right away that also listen to just Knocked Loose and other shit like that. My exposure to heavy metal has been pretty minimal though, considering the fact that I'm playing Iron Priest and Judas Maiden in the background. Country! That's another homophobe. As much as I have suspicions about like super Selverin dudes just fucking each other, like you can't deny what's in the lyrics here. J-Rock. That is flaming. I know Japan is pretty behind when it comes to like social issues, but you look at these people. These are probably the most metrosexual motherfuckers that I've ever seen. Blues. Not the Blues Clues, important distinction. We'll call that straight. They're just trying to live their lives. It's hard out here for a motherfucker. Punk. We're gonna call punk flaming. The entire point of punk is to be against the status quo, right? So if anyone out there is trying to keep you down, fuck him. Fuck him up. And in that same vein, pop punk. I forget what examples I pulled for this. I'll be honest, I haven't pulled half of like the pre-production stuff for this video yet. I'm kind of flying blind here. But when I think of pop punk, I think of bands like Paramore, Simple Plan, Machine Gun Kelly, straight. Post-rock. I'd say it's pretty gay. I don't know why, I just vibes. I only have a little bit of exposure to things that are post-rock. What is post-rock? Is there a state after rock? I know pre-rock is like lava, presumably. Folk. What the folk is up with you? When I think of folk, I think of like Mumford & Sons, and then that one dude who wrote the song about seasoning your sticks.
It's the season of the sticks.
I'll say a bit fruity. Math rock. I don't like math. Homophobic. Noise rock. I haven't listened to much noise rock, actually. Hold on. Let me cook. Jesus. Honestly, I kind of fuck with it. Those are a couple older ones. I don't know what it sounds like in the modern day, but I feel the same energy there that I do with artists like FKA Twigs and Sophie, where they're just kind of like going balls to the wall with all the crazy shit that they try and do. And because I just compared these artists at all to those two people, we're putting it in flaming. Midwest emo. I wrote down Elmo. You know, the bitches, modern baseball. There's more probably. I know a lot of furries like Midwest emo. I think. Anyway, I don't know. Pretty gay. Regular emo. Why'd I do Midwest emo before whatever, fuck you. Pretty gay as well. Emo bands are like the ultimate way to test your gender nonconformity, dude. Really. I was told I should wear eyeliner one time. I never did, but I wonder what that would look like. I'm gonna put eyeliner on this avatar, see what happens. I feel like it would probably look like something. Shoegaze. Shoegaze fans be like, oh my god. Shoegaze is very pretty, it's very cool. I don't really know if it has a predetermined sexuality though. I don't feel that way when I listen to it. It's very wholesome all around, which is why I'm gonna give it homophobic. My methods are beyond your comprehension. Don't even try to understand it. Acoustics, dick in your mouth. I'm gonna call this homophobic because have y'all ever been to a McDonald's where they have the radio station is playing an acoustic thing and it's just covers of just modern pop songs or shit from the 80s because they can't afford the rights, I guess, to get the actual songs, so they just play these really shitty, generic ass acoustic versions. They somehow manage to systematically just seep all the soul out of the pop songs and then they just like spew it back out to you. It's just easy listening music while you shove your face filled with while you shove your face with a shitload of garbage because it's the only option that's able to be within your price range when you're out doing your 12-hour shift at the fucking steel mill because capitalism is a fucking bitch. Yeah, homophobic. We're sticking with that. New metal. I mean, considering the fact that Linkin Park came back last week and I have been screaming and crying and throwing up ever since, we're gonna put that in flaming. This is also, I think, how my mom is gonna learn that Linkin Park came back. I've been avoiding telling her because they have a different lead vocalist now. Whoops. Glam rock. Do I even have to say anything? Hyperpop. Once again, do I have to say anything? We're 3 for 3 here on the gayest shit I've ever heard of. Rhythm and blues, we're calling that straight. K-pop, right back up the flaming. I'm kind of lightning rounding these. I need to stretch my watch time. I need to get my watch time up so I can actually start getting paid for this shit. City pop. Stay with me. I don't actually really know. We're gonna say it's pretty gay. Synth pop, we're gonna call that a little bit fruity. Hip hop. You know, I was gonna call it homophobic, but I feel like in recent years the tides have kind of shifted a bit. I remember a lot of rap artists back in like the 90s were violently homophobic.
Show no love to homo thugs.
But I feel like shit's changed with the time. You know, we've gotten a little bit more culturally forward, and now I'm gonna give it a straight. Trip hop. What even is trip hop again? Ain't that the shit like in the house move show? Once again, very pretty cool. I hadn't really heard anything like that before, at least not in a way that like just entranced me so much. I'm gonna say pretty gay. No, a bit fruity. Glitch hop. No, that's pretty gay. Emo hop. What the fuck is emo hop? Oh, it's emo rap. I'm just uncultured. I'd say a bit fruity. A lot of them tend to get in their fifis a bit. Horrorcore. Horror. For those of you who don't know, horrorcore is essentially just rap, but it's incredibly violent. I'm gonna give it a straight because I feel like the victims in horrorcore songs don't really, it don't matter. They ain't picky about their food. They just look at the menu and they're like, word. Lo-fi hip hop. Lo-fi hip hop. I'm gonna put We're gonna put her in homophobic, because I don't trust like that. I don't know what it is. Something about her mannerisms that she's just writing shit. It's like, you have written slurs on 4chan before, I can fucking tell. Jazz. You like jazz? Barry B. Benson is my spirit animal, if my spirit animal was being a fucking idiot. We're gonna go with a bit fruity. That was the gayest shit I've ever fucking done. Experimental. I mean, experiment's literally in the name, so. Broadway. Once again, literally Broadway. Industrial. I need a quick refresher on industrial music. I think I know what it is, but it's one of the genres where I feel like if I'm wrong, I'm going to get thrown outside of a building. Yeah, that's about what I thought that was. It's what it is when that is straight. Any video game soundtrack. I'm not really sure why I added this. I feel like it's a little bit too broad. If we're talking the video game soundtrack for the kind of shit I listen to, probably pretty gay. Why am I doing like a Captain? I'm doing like a Captain Morgan stance right now. You want some of my rum? Tastes like shit. Daria Core. For context, Daria Core is essentially just like comedy mashups, but for people with stage 4 Gen Z brain rot. There's a couple offshoots that I like, namely Birdly Core, and I think this is cool. And it's another genre that was pioneered by a trans woman, so flaming. Funk. The first thing that came into my head was Uptown Funk by that one dude featuring Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is the only one anyone remembers from that song. And because of that alone, we're gonna give it, we'll say, pretty good. Acapella is Flaming. That is reserved for musical theater kids. And finally, classical. Classical is kind of an interesting one. A lot of classical kind of sounds the same to me. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm a little bit of a bitch. So we're gonna do, actually, you know what? Hold on. Hey Google, if someone said they like classical music, would that make them gay or straight?
Sure, I can help with this. First, please unlock your phone.
Please unlock my, god damn it.
Liking classical music does not make someone gay or straight.
But like, if there was a metaphorical gun to your head though, like which one would you have to like pick? Like what would make the most sense?
In a life or death situation like that, your primary goal would be survival. If you believe that saying straight is the answer that will preserve your life, then that's likely what you would say. It's a matter of self-preservation, not a reflection.
You heard it here first. Shut the fuck up. I'm done with you. You heard it here first. Classical music is straight. Let's go. Now, some of you might be saying that using Google's AI Gemini assistant thing for the last genre in this list might be a cop-out. Those are all the genres that exist. There are no other ones. That's all of them. If you disagree with the ranking that I gave your favorite genre, I'm sorry to tell you that you're the reason your parents got divorced. I'm actually very interested to see what the reaction to this video is. Normally when I do the video game related ones, those tend to do better, but they also tend to get more dislikes. So I'm wondering if the music nerd sphere is either going to be kinder or want to rip me to shreds. Either way, I'm excited. But real quick though, couple neato burrito things. First of all, if you can't get enough of me, like I know you can't, you should check out this podcast. It's called How Could You Forget? It's ran by my friend Gordon, and I am one of the co-hosts on it. It's just a fun little thing where we sit down and talk about a subject, some sort of obscure internet thing that people might have forgotten about, or maybe not if you're a nerd like me.
Thank you. How could I forget your mother? Or whatever. Damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure quite when it's going to be released yet because I'm the one editing it and I'm lazy. But subscribe to Goran's channel to see it when it goes live. Real talk for a second. Goran didn't ask me to include this, but shit has fucking for him in a negative way recently, and it really sucks because he's genuinely one of the funniest people I've ever met. It was great to reconnect with him last year and finally start realizing the kind of creative ideas we had a few years back. I have a lot of faith in him. I have a lot of faith in this podcast, and I really just want to spread it wherever I can because he genuinely deserves all the support that you can give him. And you can support him by going to patreon.com/Campfire Harvest. Nah, motherfucker, I am plugging your Patreon. This shit's my territory. Where's my list of patrons? I didn't open it. Gordon, Hakai Mono, Foxy Boy, KyleCray95, Fox named Ari, Alleycat VR, Jargy Roo, Theo Firefox, Serial Saurus, Beast King Barbaros, Uber Bounty, Joel, Aki, SF Serval, and Squall. And shout out to the donors on Ko-Fi for 2024. Apple Juice Dragon, Beast Sugar, Bro, Dribby, Theo Firefox, Gordon, Kakaro, Levy, Enjoy.tj, and Welcome the Wolf. Also, one more quick thing before I go. The Discord currently has 68 members, and I really want to get to 69 because that would be funny. So if you're not in the Discord, feel free to join it. The link is in my description as always. I don't often check there just because I don't want to run the risk of getting like too parasocial or too friendly with the people in the core audience, but I do pop in sometimes and say hi. So if you want a group of like-minded people who probably belong in prison, there's that. All right, off you fuck.